2 weeks update on this G-Shock watch. So many pros and right now just 2 cons on this. So let's jump into the pros. The pros about this watch, it is my everyday watch. It is fantastic. The fact that it has a light on it, it has a timer, world clock on it. This light button is fantastic. I'll show you that. I'll turn off the light at the end of the video. I'll show you how bright it is. It's rubber, the rubber band, which is fantastic. The fact that over here, it gives you the option to be interchangeable. So if you don't like the rubber band, you can change it into, let's say, a chain link metal band if you want to. A customized band as well. Whatever they have on the site, you could just literally just flip these 2 switches and it pulls out and you're good to go. That's fantastic. When you place it onto your wrist, and I'll show you that as I mentioned in my previous video, there's no crown here. Because there's no crown here, it's flat, it doesn't dig into your wrist, which is fantastic when you do those bending motions. Like I said, it's an everyday watch. When you look on the face itself, you have the date in here, which is from Sunday to Saturday, which is over here. The arms itself illuminates. I remember I mentioned that the 5 marker illuminates. It doesn't, it's just the arms that illuminate. So that's one thing to note in regards to this. It's also analog and digital. So if I press, just going through this, sorry. I think the start button, the start button. You see the date, it's December 27th. And I press it again, then it actually gives me the time currently, but in digital mode, which is fantastic. Other thing that I like about this, that G-Shock actually thought about, you don't really see this, but you're like, oh, wow, I can't see the time itself. So you press the light and the mode button and it moves it for you. Therefore, you can see the time in which it is. One thing I don't like is that I can push the light button again. It doesn't go in there. I push the start button. It doesn't go back to the actual time itself. I can put the adjust button and it doesn't move it. The only way I could go back to it, if I hit the mode button, then it goes back into it. The thing that sucks about that though is now you're in the setting menu, which I don't like. So I have to scroll through it. Maybe I should have waited that for the con. But that's one thing I definitely like. It's just a nuisance. I wish like it did that, and then after that it went back to the original time, like to the original movement of the analog, back to where it was before, instead of you pushing the button to actually go with it. So hopefully other models it does do that. But again, just those neat features that you didn't think this would actually have or any watch would actually do for itself. Going into the mode button, that right there is a world timer, and to go through all that, you have to press the start or the light button, and then it goes through multiple cities in which the time zone lines up, so you can pick which one you're going into next. That right there's a stopwatch, so to operate, hit the start button, and you see the milliseconds go and the seconds hand go. And then to reset, hit the start button, I think mode. No, sorry. Let's do that again. So hit the button here and adjust, and that resets this the stop clock here. This here is just a timer, just countdown timer. You can set it for wherever you want. So it starts at 10 minutes and it goes all the way down. But again, hit the start button to stop it and adjust to reset. You can actually adjust it to 10 to whatever time you want it to go. And then the alarm goes off. Then the alarm, so it has alarm 1. It tells you what it is and you activate it by hitting the start button. And then alarm 2, alarm 3, it goes up to alarm 5. And then it just goes all over again, which is neat. And again, just hit the adjust button and then it goes into it and tells you if it's on or off. So here it's on, here it's off. Then it goes back to the time. So those are awesome features of it. And now I'll turn off the light. I'll show you what it looks like with the illumination of it. So now let's jump into other features So those are the the pros of this watch. Things I don't like. So it's great that it does the time adjustment. So you set it, so to set the time, to make it easier, really, you select what time zone you're in based off of holding the adjust button, and then you go with it. And then you just select whatever time zone you're in, hit that, and then it does the auto adjust. Makes it easy, very easy. It does it forward, so I think I'm in Madrid. And now it's just going, it's December 28. What time is it in Madrid? Oh, no, I gotta wait until this is over. So when this is happening, so right now it's 12 o'clock in the morning, 12. No, come on. 12:29, sorry. So it's 12:29. Oh, that's why I wasn't working. I didn't realize that when I was pushing it, the 8 was turned to a 9. So it's 12, that's December 28 at 12:29. You can tell it with the colon instead of the actual dot itself, the differentiation between the time and the date. So it's 12:29 a.m. in Madrid, which is neat. It's awesome like that. I personally like my watches either 5 or 10 minutes ahead. Therefore, one, I always show up early. I'm never like really running behind. So that's why I kind of do that. The thing is, to do all that, I like that it sets, that you could go and set the time zone, which is neat. But like I said, I like to go ahead. So right now is going to set it to my current time zone, which right now is 6:30. So it's going to go through the whole sweep in motion of 6:30. So it'll be 6:30. And if you look at the date, it's December 27th. So as I said, I like to, oops, let's go to setting. And then therefore this off means daylight saving time is off. Here you switch between hours, the 12 hours or 24 hours. Here check the seconds, reset the seconds, the hours, and then the minutes. As I mentioned, I liked it earlier. So I just put it, let's say 6:40. Because right now it's 6:30. Change the year, the date, and all that stuff. And then out. And now it does the auto adjust for you, which is fantastic. So now you're just there, you're good to go. You can also, again, to make it quicker, you could either go through that whole time zone to select your date and time, or again, you just hold the adjust button until it goes in that setting mode. And then once in the setting mode, go there and then select the date and time you wish. So if you look here, this goes forward and then the light goes back. So as I mentioned, it is 6:30. So put it over there, 6:31, and then you're good to go. So it does all the adjustment with the analog, which is perfect and fantastic. Moving on to things I don't like about this watch. Without this novel of a book, I wouldn't be able to look at all the features. I wouldn't understand all those features. It really is a learning curve when you first dive into like your first G-Watch. Is very different, very interesting of all the features, but to really unlock and go through it, this really helped me a lot. The second thing that I don't like about this watch is the fact that now I want more. It's not just that. It's the fact that now that I've found my everyday watch, it's just like now what else is out there, which kind of sucks. That's like the hunt is over. It's just like now everything I'm going to go, every watch I try to buy now, I'm going to be comparison to this. And that's why I'm in that rut right now. I'm just like, well, do I go find another watch? What do I do now? But the reason why I started this whole watch channel was to look at watches, to look at the craftsmanship, to look at an everyday watch, which is fantastic. I found it, but let's see what else is out there. Let's see what else other companies have. Let's see what else people's experience are, and look at the different types and shapes of watches, because it's art, in my personal opinion. So G-Shock, thank you so much for making a watch like this. Like, it's just very new, very different. It's an awesome watch. It just really is an everyday watch. I know they have more fancier watches than this one from G-Shock. I definitely will look for other watches. There's certain things I would like to have on this, or like to do on this watch. I wish I was able to like customize it a little bit more. Like, I wish like these parts would like come off, like the G-Shock where it says G-Shock, and you could like have that interchangeable aspect of it would be kind of cool. And you could change the band, but just those small things. It looks like a very, G-Shock to me seems like a very customizable company for a watch that you need for an everyday event. The fact that with this, you could swim with this, easily swim with this, has a 100-meter rating on this. So it really is an everyday watch. Snow, winter, cold, water. It's built for this. This watch is definitely built for this. And I love it. But it's just, I just want to look for more. I don't want this to be my last watch. And I'm afraid that it might be, but hopefully it's not, because there's so much more awesome things out there from different brand makers. So one thing I would love to do is check out different brands that have similar features like a G-Shock. Therefore, I could really do that comparison, like an apples and apples or apples and oranges aspect of things. But this was the biggest thing for me, was to have a watch in which I could see in the dark, that has a backup light on it, which is fantastic. So G-Shock, again, thumbs up, and thank you for making such an awesome watch.